Right, 2 seconds, everyone. Right, I think I'm sorted. All right, hello, Kate. Just pop on and let me know who's on. I'm just going to go and turn the sound down on the other phone. 2 seconds, I think it's going to interfere. Keep knocking things over. Right. Right, so hello everybody. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was just trying to get sorted out. Hi, Albury team member Kate. Hello, Rob. Well done for the other night. Hi, Paul. Hope you're well. Hi, Stephen. Lisa and yourself are both well. So tonight I'm going to do a little bit of time here. I know it's Valentine's Day, but me and Chris don't celebrate Valentine's Day. So it's based on the fact that for all of you who are aware of Elmwood, people are coming up with the theory that there's a gentleman who reminds of whether it's past, like something to do with his past. He doesn't overly like me. I remind him of somebody. It's a bit of a story that we're all kind of trying to find out what is what. And I actually thought maybe if I came up here on Valentine's night, I might be able to lure him up here to come into one of the rooms that we've got because he spends a lot of time downstairs. So that's what we're going to try. But we're going to do something different as well. As you all know, you that come on events, we never really go through the history of the locations, and we always try and find out the story on each event that we go to. And when we return, we keep it going. We've been coming here for 5 years now. So we've actually spent today looking at the history of the place. So I'm going to try some names, some dates. I've got some information on a few people, a few things. And just see if we can kind of get any responses for actually delving into the history. There are people in downstairs, the other side of the building at the moment. So you shouldn't hear too much from any of them. But just I might tag some external noise that's actually not going on anyway. So we just hello Denise. Oh, am I getting feedback from the other camera? Right, hang on a minute. Right, is that any better? I bet it's not. Is that any better? No, I can see myself now that you've said that. Ew. So it's worse when I'm away from the mic. Okay. Right. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything. How bad is it? I've closed the doors, Kate. They're all closed. Just for that reason. Both of them are closed. What if I sit in the other room? Does it happen in the other room? So if I sit in here, does it happen now? If I waffle on, does it happen? That's still the same. See, I can't hear it on this phone from in here. Is that still the same? It's still the same, but better. A bit better. Right, yeah, I'll go I'll make a start and just see how it gets on. The only other option I can think of probably won't make. Oh, much better. Right, okie dokie. Right, so I'll make a start then. So I'm going to start off. I've only got the cat balls on in both rooms, just because I'm just going to try and go with senses and things like that and see if we can get any responses. It's nice and quiet in here at the moment, so hopefully that'll stay like that. I'm going to be the other side of the camera, so I'm not going to be able to read comments or anything, so I will come back and check them at some point. So the only thing I've got on is cat ball, and I've got 2 cat balls in the other room as well. So, good evening, spirits of Elmwood. I'm back again. Shouldn't need to introduce myself, but if there's any spirits here that I've never met or have never come forward before, my name's Clare. I'm not here to harm you and I'm not here to disrespect you. I've been coming here for nearly 5 years now. I'd love somebody to come forward and communicate with me. I've got the 2 rooms up here. I've got some flashy cat balls here. If you touch them, they'll light up, and I've got some in the other room as well. It's an empty room. If you'd like to go through the other room and touch some of the equipment that I've got on the floor, the balls will flash up for you. So it's Valentine's night tonight. And I thought to myself, you might be lonely, any spirits of the building. Thought I'd come, I've got a lot of love to give. Thought I'd come and see you for a little bit. If there's any spirits here that would like to come forward, come and join me, come and make yourself known. This building dates back to 1870s. I think it was 1873 when it was built. And the first person who ever owned this house was Lewis Dodgson. You must have been really proud of owning something like this. It must have been just, it was one of the, the first ever houses in Hartburn. And it was truly magnificent back then. It still is now. It must have been such an honour to own this. I just wonder if you still reside here. I know after you lost your wife, which must have been horrible times for you, all those happy memories that you had in this house. It was a happy home for you. And I know once she passed away, sadly, you had to make that decision and that choice that this home was too big for you. You had to sell it. And I'm also aware that you were such a wealthy man back then as well. Do you like what they've done to the building now? All these people that come in throughout the day. All those memories that you have of this happy home that you shared with your wife and family. Was it you who had your own business? You were part of the ships. You've got connections to Hartlepool and the dockyard. Just thought I heard something in that other room. I just want to check. Has anyone heard anything in the other room? It's Lewis Dodgson. No, right, it could have potentially been somebody outside then. Your wife was only about 33 when she passed away. That's horrendous for anyone, but for that age, younger than me. You still maybe look for her? Or is the woman that's connected to the building? Are you potentially connected to Lewis? I can't find any information out there about your name. But it'd be brilliant if you could come forward and talk to me. I'd love to learn about who these spirits are in this building that we've been coming to for such a long time now. And I'm no history geek or anything like that. But I've done as much research on this building as much as I can, just so I can learn and find out who it is that resides here, who you are, who comes forward. You don't need to be scared. I know this building, after you lost your wife and you had to sell it, this building was empty for 3 whole years. It was just stood doing nothing. Again, that must have been horrible for you, because surely you just wanted a family to move in and have happy times like you did. If you can hear my voice, or if you can see me, feel free to make a noise. Show you again, I've got a ball on the floor. And in the other room, I've got some other balls that will do exactly the same thing. They won't hurt you. So that has stopped and then gone back off. But I'll thank you anyway, just in case that was you. But I am going to have to ask for confirmation for that. It's absolutely fantastic. I tell you what, if that was you, can you go to the other room just over there? Can you go and light up one of the other balls that I've got? There's one on the table. I think there's one on the floor. Or if you'd rather stay in here, feel free to touch that again. It'll do nothing, but it'll just confirm to me that you are here. All the changes that have happened in this home since you resided here. So there's movement. Come forward. Mr. Dodgson or Mrs. Dodgson. Is it one of you that moved the items that we have on our shop? Is that just your way of letting us know that you are here? I'd love to learn more about you. Do you have any children? Do your children still stay here? We've got links to children in this room that people pick up on all the time. If there's any children here, you can come forward. Do you think you could roll that back to me? What's that? No one's put they've heard anything. I thought I heard something. If there's any children, can you roll that ball back to me? Got some dollies that you can come and play with. And we've noticed lately we've got these coins on here. You can have that money. You can take them pennies. It's all yours. Oh. They're a Mountjoy piece. Right, okay, so I got that wrong. It's a Mountjoy piece. Piece. So you were a shipbuilder. And you're the one that's got links to Hartlepool. So Mountjoy, did you move into this house in 1885? Did it become your family home? There's not overly much information about you. I wonder if you're quite a private man. Did you own your own ship? I know you were a shipbuilder. I did say shipper builder. If you can hear my voice or you can see me, feel free to come into this space. Love to find out more about who you are, why you reside here. Did you have children? Did you have a wife? So there is a dog barking outside. If anyone's picked that up. So you owned this home for around 10 years or so, maybe just a bit longer. Just wonder if you made any changes to it. There's a lot of false walls up now. What do you think of the changes that have been made over the years since you resided here? Do you like seeing it thrive as a community centre? So the next family that moved in, this is the one that I'm really intrigued by. Rob, you came out with a name that I think it was on the spirit box as well that confirmed it, which is even more crazy. So the Spence family. So is there anyone with the surname Spence who resides in this building? Who knows who I am? That dog's still barking, by the way, just in case it's picking it up. Henry Spence. You owned this home, didn't you, with your family? And you lived here with your wife and your children. And then it was passed down to your son, Colonel Gilbert Spence. Now, Gilbert, or Colonel Gilbert, I do apologise. This is what interests me in this whole history thing, because we've come up with information over the years about a situation with a gentleman who resides here who comes across quite aggressive sometimes. I think that's just the kind of person that he was when he was alive, and he's carried on into that life. And we've come up with a story before about brakes and an accident. Colonel Gilbert Spence, we finally got your name because I've researched it. So that was you who lost your life on Leven Bank. In 1925, I think it was November, maybe the 25th, 26th of November. It was 1925. So the story that we've had come through many times in this building before is about brakes. I can't find anything about brakes. But what I have found out with the information is that you lost your life travelling down Leven Bank heading towards Yarm. And it was a snowy day. And I think there was quite a lot of heavy fall from the snow, and it was covering a rock. And you lost your life in that crash. But the information that I have found out as well through all of this, and I found newspaper articles and everything, is that you were driving your car and your butler or your chauffeur was actually sat in the passenger seat. I'd love to learn more about this story. Like I said, someone's come forward on events before, and we've come here with all my friends, and we get the story about the brakes, or as soon as brakes are mentioned, things start happening. So what I'd love to know now, and I'd love to learn more about, is why were you driving your car? Why was your butler or your chauffeur not driving your car? It's an absolutely horrendous thing to happen to you. Was it just a horrendous accident? Was it done on purpose? You can make noise in one of the rooms, touch the balls, make them light up. I'm not here to judge anything. What happened when you were alive, or choices or decisions that you potentially made is that's been and gone. You've lived that life. Just here to just try and pick up some pieces of the puzzles that we've been finding out over the past 5 years. Just to try and help get some kind of answer. And Colonel Spence, I know that you were also shot. You survived the war. So that makes it even tragic to take a bullet for your country. And then to lose your life in a car accident is just horrendous. I'm not here to upset you or anything like that. I'd just love to know that you can hear me because, like I said, there's just so many times these things come up when I've got all my friends here, our guests, our team members, just trying to piece a bit of the stories together because for us, I don't know if you believed in life after death when you were alive, but it just makes it all the more wow. There's so many people to be in situations in this building where we're getting information come through and it's relating to history things that actually have happened. I'm just trying to put some names to it. Now, I've actually got a picture. I found a picture of you. I also know that you also went on to go live in Kirk Levington. And that was where you actually resided at the time. But I know you had a huge love for this house because it was your childhood home. This is where you lived when you lost your parents. and you gained this house through your inheritance. And I'm not expecting you to come forward straight away and trust me, because I know trust takes a long time to build. But I've been coming here long enough now. You should know that you could trust me. Check these comments. So, what have I missed? Oh, Chris, hiya, is he gone to sleep now? So, the lamp go off in the other room. It shouldn't, because it's plugged in. Let me go and check. No. I'm going to pause. Right. So there's a ball here. Ball here. I've got some possibly lights you can touch. No, Denise. I'm not sure what that was. So, just a quick flash on and off. Yeah, we'll have to look back at that then. So, like I said, we've been coming here for 5 years now, and we're desperate to uncover who this angry man is. I don't think you're angry. I think you just come across like that. I think you like to try and intimidate people. But I'm in this building completely on my own now. I'm welcoming you to come and join me if you're with me. It's Valentine's Day. Come give me some company. Kind of already uncovered a bit of history there with what I've learned. I know every time the word breaks is mentioned, you come forward and you make it clear you don't want this story uncovered or told. And that's why finding the story about the car accident and knowing that the driver had his butler sat in the back of the car. It's a bit strange. Is this gentleman that comes across quite aggressive in here? Are you the butler, maybe? The chauffeur? Did you feel a bit left out and, I don't know, was it a pain driving people constantly? I know it was your job and that's what you get paid for, but did you feel a bit like they didn't have any gratitude towards you? So I know the gentleman likes to intimidate people. I don't know if it's me because I've obviously got up and moved, but I can feel colder. Now I know it's getting darker and stuff, and I have just moved, but I do feel like it's getting a bit colder. Just heard. Oh, right, okay. So there's a car outside, right? What do I sense in the room? So it's not. I don't sense anything at the moment. I'm just kind of hoping that bringing up some of these stories from what we've kind of learnt today will kind of bring something. I thought I heard a door bang, but it was actually there's a car in the car park, so somebody must have been in or left. But I haven't heard anybody other than the door shut. Is there any spirits of this building from the past? All this history that goes back to the 1870s when it was built. Ah! Thank you. Have I spoken to you before? Can you see me? That was absolutely fantastic. And if you go back towards that again, I've got another one in the other room that you can go and touch if you want. Would you like to check out the things that I put down for you? It's just so I know that you are here. And it's so that you can hear my voice, or you can see me. correct? There are spirits that reside in this building that dates all the way back to 1873. Is that correct? So there's just been a big bang, but like I said, there's a car in the car park, so I think somebody is potentially downstairs, so that wasn't paranormal, that bang. Come on, if you come back forward again, I don't mean you any harm, I don't mean you any disrespect. And learn about who you are. It's got such a rich history, so many stories. Is there any children that reside in here? Do you enjoy my room? Do you feel safe? If that maybe made you jump, you don't need to be scared. It's not going to hurt you. It's just going to flash. It just lets me know that you are here. If you could go towards it again and touch it again for me. Can you see me? Because I can't see you. Can you hear me? Why do I feel like I've suddenly got the heebie-jeebies? Movement. Come on, come forward. I've definitely got the heebie-jeebies. Something's with me now. Come on, I can sense you. Can you just come and do something just so I know that you are definitely with me? I'm going to ask the question again. I'd love it if you could give me a response. Oh, thank you. I didn't even ask the question. So I just heard something over in that corner as well just before. Can you go towards the ball on the floor for me? Just over here. Can you just touch that and make it light up for me, please? So this house, thank you. This house dates back to 1873. Are you one of the old homeowners? Are you one of the wives that lived here? Are you a child? Is this your home? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you make a noise in the room where you are? Did you work here? Or were you connected to the building through work? These families that passed through these years were so wealthy. Did you work for any families who lived here? Is there a maid? I know there was a maid who had an affair. Whether it was with one of the owners of the building or maybe it was the chauffeur or the butler, even a servant. Maid who was connected to this building, you took your own life in this building upstairs. That made you reside here. You stuck here now. Do you regret what you did? Must have been a horrendous decision to have made at that time. All those people who loved you, and you took that option to hang yourself. Heartbroken. Just wondering if this story has something to do with the car crash that happened at Leavenbank. maybe there's a connection between your affair and the fact that the owner of the house at the time, he was driving the car that crashed. Could be two total different stories and two total different time periods. So if I'm completely wrong, I do apologise. But this is why we're here, because we've got stories of this building. And it'd be brilliant if you could come forward and you could just help clarify some of these stories that we've got. So that's not paranormal, that's someone. I'm not here to judge you. You had an affair, that's your choice. Just like I said earlier, the fact that we found out that the story was documented in newspapers, the car crash that happened, the owner of the building was driving that car with his butler or his chauffeur in the back of the car. You don't need to be scared, you don't need to worry about any judgment. You've done your time. That was your past. We know of the maid who hung herself. I know you were left heartbroken. So did you maybe have an affair with the chauffeur? And you were found out? Was it really frowned upon? That's not paranormal, it's just a door downstairs again. Come on, you've made yourself known.
City.
Can you come and speak into that device? Could you maybe come and tell me your name? It won't hurt you again. I'll be able to hear you. or the maid, or the story about the brakes that we picked up before, the car accident. You can speak into this device and you can tell me, am I correct? So, the man who died in the car accident, Colonel Spence, Colonel Gilbert Spence, his dad was called Harold. Now, his dad obviously owned this house, and when he died, he passed the house. Gilbert obviously got the house in the inheritance. Now, Rob, if you're watching, can you just double confirm with me about the name Harold? Obviously, you've been here quite a lot of times now. Anybody who's been here, can you all just confirm? I'm sure we've had the name Harold or Harry. And the only reason I remember it is because I always think when I hear the name Harold, I just think of Harold Bishop off Neighbours. Ooh. I could be wrong. Is there a Harold here? So I'm sure Harold is the grumpy gentleman that we come across. I'm going to have to go soon. Like I say, it's Valentine's Day. My cats have had steak and my husband's had a custard cream biscuit. So the spirit that set off this earlier on, the blue lights, thank you. If you could do it again for me right now, that'd be fantastic. Or if you could come and speak in here and just tell me your name. I don't know what that said or was. So Harold, Harry, or do you just like being referred to maybe as the grumpy man? Come and tell me your name. Don't know what that said. So, okay, so Denise has said yes, it was Harry. So yes, we know. I think that said then. Now I'm singing the Neighbours theme tune. Cheers, Harold. Yeah. So there is a connection. Harold, Harry. He was one of the owners, and it was his son who lost his life on living bank. So, Spirit, I am going to have to go in a minute. I've been here for about an hour or so now. I ever said bullshit or abortion? Just see if anyone can work out the correct. So, did anyone hear bullshit? So it said, right, so it was bullshit. So something like bull. Okay. Okay, so is what I'm saying completely wrong? I know we've got the history. I've really delved into it and I found out all this information. But is what I'm saying completely wrong? Because it's a little bit like Chinese whispers. Without knowing what's what, it's just a guessing game. And this is why we need you to come forward. So if you are telling me that what I've, the connection that I've put, the connection that I've put, can't make out what any of them. He's approaching. He's approaching. I heard that. So the spirit that's approaching, come on then. Come and join me. You're welcome. I've got my big boy pants on. Once you've approached and you've entered this room, go towards this blue light. This device on the floor, if you touch it, it'll light up blue. We'll go towards the ball. That'll flash. It'll let me know that you're with me. You should be true enough. This is why we need to communicate with spirits of the building. Don't just huff at me. I am like sorry if I'm like it's like speaking to me 15-year-old child, like telling her off and then getting the huffs and the roly eyes. I am sorry if I'm boring you, spirit. I'm just trying to. I've just been told potentially that what I've said is bullshit. If it is, it's like I said, I apologise. I'm not here to make up stories. I'm not here to change history. And this is why we need to learn and work with the spirits of the building so that we get the stories right and the facts right. So it's not fact from fiction. When I asked earlier if there were spirits of the building, you came towards the black device on the floor and you. I swear that just said, see you, T, see you next Tuesday. I could be wrong.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's the question. Why? Why do you not want some of the stories told? What happened? Can you say my name on that? Do you know my name? Ben. I'm not called Ben. Are you called Ben, maybe? No. Okay. Sorry. Right, spirits. I'm going to go now. So thank you for coming forward. Thank you for listening to me. Can you say goodbye to me? Can you maybe touch the black box, light it up blue, touch the cat ball, push something over, and I'll leave straight away, trust me. Ooh. Right. So that's my six. Do you know what? I've had a few moments where I felt a bit shitty pants. But I think it's because I've been focusing on what I've kind of trying to store all the history. I can't even remember my name half the time. So trying to remember all the names and the dates and the things that happened and stuff. It's like took my mind off what I'm doing. But I've really tried to like push myself and stay calm and not actually scream tonight, even when we had the REM pod go off. So I mean, I got huffed at by a spirit as well. So it's just someone in denial. I don't think we'll ever get to see. Yeah, I don't. Oh, don't be telling me that the room's gone dark. I've got to go in there in a minute. Yes, it does look darker. What? It's just said see you at home. Spirit, you can stay here. It's Valentine's Day. I came all the way over here to come and see you. You can stay here. I'm in here nearly all the time. So's my husband Chris. So you don't need to. You can stay here. Well, thank you, spirits, for coming forward, even if it was a little bit. Until the next time. So, what I'm going to do, everyone, is probably cry like a baby when I end this. But I'm gonna get this ended. I'm gonna turn the lights on when I do it. No, I'm gonna try and do it in the dark. Right, I'm gonna end this one, and then I'll get the locked off live set up, and then I'll be out and go home. Okay, so thank you everybody, and hopefully it'll be interesting to look back on the footage and see some of that stuff. I don't know if you've got anything at home or anything like that, so but it'd be interesting to see. So I'm gonna get this ended, get the next one set up really quickly, and then get my backside out of this building as quick as I can. So I will see you later. What will you uncover when the lights go out? Bye.